Jenison man is marking a remarkable milestone. It's been 27 years since he received a liver transplant. It's 27 years he would not have had with his wife and family, something especially important on Father's Day weekend. Barton Dieters is here with the story. Barton.
Well, Marley, in the interest of full disclosure, I'm letting you know that the subject of this story and I belong to the same club. I received a liver transplant nearly 7 years ago. So hearing about a guy who's still going strong after 27 years is kind of news I like to hear. Frank Carnes was a 41-year-old fifth-grade teacher at Jenison's Rosewood Elementary, beating his doctor at a golf game on July 4th, 1992.
Never been sick, never been in the hospital, nothing.
After playing 18 holes, Carnes said he was feeling terrible, and his golf partner immediately got Carnes in for testing, which showed he was suffering from sudden acute liver failure. And by July 9th, he had his transplant surgery at University of Michigan Hospital.
They told me he has to have a liver transplant. I remember at the time, I didn't even really know what that involved.
It turned out that Carnes was suffering from Budd-Chiari syndrome, a liver malfunction that strikes 1 in a million people in the U.S.
And I remember just sliding down the wall out in the hallway saying, I don't know if I can do this, you know, is he going to make it?
But they did make it, thanks to the support from family, friends, and the community.
They raised money, they took care of our kids for 59 days. They bought meals for us, they bought us certificates to meals for gas, all kinds of different things. It was really amazing.
I just think people surrounded me and were so helpful just by being there, not even really trying to say, you know, oh, I know how you feel, or, you know, quoting scripture or whatever. None of that really. It was just somebody touching me and saying, you know, I'm here with you. That was really helpful.
When he got home, more than 300 people came out to line 20th Avenue to welcome him back. They have a scrapbook of those memories. He was 120 pounds and had to relearn how to walk, but he was back in the classroom by January of 1993.
I see people down there in therapy that were much, much worse than what I was and going through a whole lot more than I did.
They reached out to the family of the donor, but they did not want to talk, which is not unusual since most liver donors are a result of a traumatic death. Carnes estimates he's taken over 135,000 pills over 27 years. But it's those pills that has made it so he's been able to see the milestones of marriage, graduations, and careers for his son and daughter.
Just exciting to think that my dad has been around, you know, as long as he has to see all this, and we always are talking as a family about how he's a medical miracle.
They plan a transplantiversary celebration.
I would like to get him a liver cake for his anniversary, but I don't know if that's something he'd like to do. But yeah.
I contacted U of M, Gift of Life, and the American Liver Foundation to see if Frank is Michigan's longest surviving transplant recipient, but no one can really confirm that. There are cases from other parts of the world of people going more than 40 years with a transplanted liver. And with transplant technology advancing, we're likely to see a lot more stories like this. At woodtv.com, we have more links and information on how to become a donor. Live in studio, Barton Dieters, 24 Hour News 8.